guys, Melksil here with you for another Idle Heroes video. How are you all? This is just a very quick Q&A video because I get a lot of questions and sometimes it's just easier to talk about it than it is to type it out. So I'm just going to go and respond to the comments from my last video on Friday, which was yesterday, but this video has only come out on Sunday because I'm trying to spread out all the content I make so then I can get as many views as possible. Although I really, technically I shouldn't care, but I think if I do too many videos released all at the same time, I think what happens is, sorry, I'm just flicking through screens. I think what happens is basically people just miss videos because I think it's only the latest video shows up. So if I release all these videos at the same time, you're going to miss videos I post in between. I guess is the point I'm trying to say. Anyway. So this video that I did on Imps Monopoly, if I just minimize my screen, this was on July 31st. So the Imps Monopoly and New Trial of Champions. I got some good questions and I just thought I'd go through it. So Jovic, same approach with artifacts. When you're right, waiting to see what the upgraded crown does. So he's waiting to get the crown. So last week, obviously the campaign that ended was, The thing that ended was campaign, and you could get Rui as a reward if you saved up enough universal crystal shards or bought enough packs. But that was a pay-to-win artifacts you could get. So a lot of people were asking, should you get the Rui? And I sort of gave my opinions on that, and people responded to my opinions. So Jovic has the same approach. He's waiting to see if, unless he really needed the Rui, he's waiting to see if there's a better artifact out there, because he's in no rush. And Blood Rage got a Demon Bell. Which I think is a good move, right? Because you, like I said, you don't know what you're going to get with the next campaign. Everyone assumes it's a crown. You just don't know. And I'll prove the fact that I said to him it was random. Like, it's a good, the Demon Bell was a good purchase. You never knew you were going to get the Rui, right? So don't be upset that you didn't get the Rui. And so if you look at this graphic that Miguel Dwovrak put together on Reddit, it basically gives you the history of campaign drops for the past 12 months. And it shows you the artifacts that you get. And it just demonstrates that, like I said, it's completely random what you can expect to get. Everyone thinks that the crown's going to be next. But if you look at the history, Rui was the last one. The one before that was Demon Bell. The one before that was the Candy Cane. The one before that was the Cog. Then you got Dildo, Magic Stone Sword, Demon Bell, and Cog, right? Atlas Cane, Augustus Magic Ball. So they've gone from 2 to like one artifact. And yeah, if you see a pattern in that, you're a better person than I am, because I genuinely don't see the pattern. So you got Atlas and Augustus, right? Then you got Cog and Demon Bell. So Demon Bell is offered again, but two events ago. Why wasn't the Augustus offered again and the Atlas offered again, right? Cog was offered there. It was offered there again. It's random, right? There's no separation. It's not like they spread it out, because there's only like about 10, 11 pay-to-win artifacts. If they did it properly, you either get 2 of those. You expect to see that either every 5 months or every 10 months. But here, if you look at this, it's just completely fucked up. They just go, they just probably throw darts on a board just to work out which artifact they offer. So it's too late now because the campaign's gone, so you can't snag out the Rui anymore. But if you're sitting around trying to like time it, don't. If you need that artifact that's on offer that week and you can get it, because no one can time when those artifacts drop. So that's the first comment I'm responding to. So thank you for the comment. It's me, Blood Rage, and Jovic. Then if I go to Xcode X, out of curiosity, have you considered the event raid as a means of getting gold or spirit in the value analysis, especially since you can buy smashes for 50 gems and you have a chance of double or triple the amount? So the answer is yes. And per my response to you, it's just different for everyone, right? Because if you look at how much you can get gold for in the hand of minus, it's super different for everyone. Like, I am super lucky. I can buy about 5 million gold for 5,050 gems. I guarantee like almost none of you can get that who are watching this video. Maybe very few of you will. Like, the super whales get a better value or a similar value to me. But 5 million gold for 50 gems if you do out the math, that's just stupid value. So I buy it every single time this refreshes. But then you talk about the event raid, right? On the event raid, 50 per smash. But if you look at that, for 50 gems, 700,000 gold. Opportunity to get 3 times that, so 2.1 million gold. For 50 gems, I'm guaranteed 5 million gold. Why on earth would I buy more here? Why would I spend 50 gems to get 700,000 gold, right? Similarly, for the spirit, because we can convert spirit to gold to spirit, because you can buy spirit in the shop for gold, right? So, on the assumption that I can buy this gold for 50 gems, let's convert that, the 4.95 million gold, to the equivalent number of spirit. Is that 4.95 million? Zoom up. So the conversion factor for gold to spirit is found in the marketplace. I think it's 2 to 3. So 30 million gold gets you 20 million spirit. So 30 over 20. What is it? No, 20 over 30. Right? 2 divided by 3. So 2/3 of basically. I know that was easy math. You're all like, dumbass. So for 50 gems, I can buy 4.9 million gold or 3.3 million spirit. If I go back to event raid and I compare what you get here, 50 gold, 500,000 multiplied by 3, sometimes I can get 100 million and a half. You can see immediately, right? There's just no value in me buying event raid extra smashes in the gold challenge or the brave challenge. It's a fundamentally different story if the values you get here are different. And I suspect that's the case. You have to do your own analysis. In the same way I just did it, right? You got to work out in your hand and mind what gold you're getting and what the gem cost is, and whether or not that's better value than the event raid. I think for most people, the answer is no. But like I said, I just don't know. I don't know what everyone's hand of minus value is. It's just so unique to everyone. Apparently, it's definitely tied to your VIP level, and apparently it's tied to your level here as well. I think it's purely tied to your VIP level, but I know that value is different for everyone. But thank you for the question, Gold X, and I hope that answers it. So then let's see who else has said stuff. Also, endgame will soon be about having the right armor. Just wait and see. It's true. It's definitely true. Like, the endgame has always been about class-specific armor. And when I upgraded my Russell to Ranger armor, that made a noticeable difference, right? Before he had 6-star armor, now the 9-star... Well, before he had 6-star just generic armor, now he's class-specific armor. It makes a huge difference. I'm not going to deny that. Whether or not they're going to go beyond this and have like super insane level 1, level 2, 3 Ranger armor, it's one of those... If you've done programming, you probably realize that's probably the easy thing to do. When you're trying to work out ways to just expand the scope of this game. Because a lot of people right now, when I talked about Soulstones, when that first came out, I was going to be like, well, it's going to take a year for people to get all the way there. And guess what? People are all the way there already now with Soulstones, right? So now the endgame players, they've run out of things to upgrade. And because there's no more things to upgrade, the fun of it goes away. There's less challenges. Because everyone in the endgame has probably 12 or more E5 heroes like I do. Everyone's completed at least 1 or 2 seal lands like I have. So I've completed Dark and Light, and I'm working on Forest because I have 2 Garuda. And then when I'm done Forest, I'm probably going to swing over to Abyss. I'm probably never going to finish Forest. Not Forest, Fortress, and I'm probably never going to finish this one unless some super insane hero comes out that can kill everyone by itself. Because to get Horus got everyone to 17 or 18. Fortress, if I kept my Penny around, I probably would have finished it, but I killed off Penny because you only need a Sherlock and a Penny to basically get to level 20 on Fortress, so I completely fucked that up. So unless I build another Penny, that's not going to be a reality. But for me, the end game right now is Forest, especially on Seal Land, Forest, and then Abyss, because that's doable. I mean, everyone's obviously finished Tower of Oblivion, so 650, there's no more to go. And again, this is one of those easy things they'll probably open up, and they'll probably open up another, 50 levels. Aspen Dungeon is still a challenge for me. I still need to get to 50, and I've been watching Jun's videos, and I can get there. I just need to concentrate and kit out my heroes. I just can't be fuck swapping the armor. But that's what endgame is for most people. They finished everything. They've pretty much upgraded everything they could. You would argue they're chasing those glittery and splendid versions of the artifacts, and that's going to take some time. But lucky if you're suggesting that they're going to fuck around with the armor and like extend the tiers. They probably are. You're spot on, right? Rolo, thanks for watching, Rolo. I thank you for appreciating the pain I go through to try and explain how to analyze value. Because if you're gonna spend money on this, spend it wisely, man. You work so hard to get it. Just don't blow it away. Materials chest, Chazzy, thanks for pointing out my cock up. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate you watching. Yes. I hope I get more subscribers too. I actually don't want too many subscribers, because if you get too many subscribers, some of the stuff I say, like with the new Trial of the Champion strategy, if 5,000 people watch that and everyone just copies it, it just makes it super difficult for me to like just kill everyone and not spend a great deal doing it. So I'll do what you've told me. Great. I don't know what I told you. Can free to play get 200 stars? So my last video, I basically showed you the simulator. And yes, you can. Assuming you buy 4,500 or 30 dice from the where is it? Assuming you have 400,000 gems and you buy all 30 dice and you do all the shelter mission, you'll get about 210 stars, right? That's what the simulator says. So hopefully that answers your question. But if you don't do the shelter and you don't buy the dice, the answer is no. That's what the simulator says, just to be flat out. So, and then Azielon, hi Melks, regarding the value of the new Trial of the Champions, would be more interesting to see the value of incremental analysis and rewards for each tier, like how many tickets twice. I'll do this video. So I'll do this special Trial of the Champions value analysis video and strategy video, and I'll post it on Discord, and I'll send you the link. But I'm not going to post it publicly on YouTube, simply because I'm selfish and I don't want people to know about it. I mean, if you guys want to go away and share my tips with your guildmates or other people, by all means, go away and do it. I'm not going to stop you. If I was really super like secretive about it, the reality is I wouldn't make any YouTube videos. I make YouTube videos for like die-hard people. But I guess the reason why I'm selfish is because it's a source of asymmetric advantage, and you should be a bit selfish as well, right? When it comes to these tips and advice, because if everyone knows about it, that asymmetric advantage goes away. And so I talk about asymmetric advantage like a lot in my videos, or I have in my past. If you don't know what that is, it's basically saying asymmetric advantage is when you have one advantage over someone else, right? So when, for example, they fuck up, doing an update and they give everyone 5,000 gems or 200 gems, or those reward codes where they give everyone gems and profit orbs, and you think it's great that they're giving away stuff to everyone, it's not, right? This game is, like I said, asymmetric advantage is when you have one advantage that someone else does not also receive. So like those giveaways that they do, because you're one of those, like a lucky draw, that's an asymmetric advantage if you win, because then all of a sudden you've got 200 or 500 more gems and 3 more orbs than someone else, right? So the sources of asymmetric advantage in this game you can get them in 3 ways. One is to outspend someone. That's just the obvious way to get an advantage over someone else, right? The other way is to spend smarter, like more wisely, right? Because there are people that just don't know how to spend this money. And on my Discord, I don't want to name this guy and shame him, but effectively I pointed out a guy that was on a higher VIP level and on a higher level than me on an older server. He had less E5 heroes and he had less up-to-date heroes. And you're kind of like, well, how the fuck do you do that? How did you completely fuck up spending and playing this game? That guy did it, right? Simply because he didn't know how to spend his money. The only way I think I was trying to rationalize how he completely messed up, and the only way I could think about it was he just spent so much money up front and he didn't think about where he spent it that, he got into VIP 13 very quickly, and he's just in a place of shit. He's just stopped spending, and that's why he's in such a terrible place. So that's the other source of asymmetric advantage. The third source of asymmetric advantage is gameplay and strategy, right? So shit like what I tell you about new Trial of the Champion strategy, which I don't want to share. If everyone does that, right, that strategy is all of a sudden less valuable. Similarly, if you found some funky new configuration of artifacts armor, and heroes. If you share that on YouTube, that advantage goes away, right? And similarly, like when all the YouTube stars, they talk about, you know, you got to get speed, you got to get speed. You don't need to get speed to win this game. I found a lineup that wins without speed, right? I can't share that. If I share that, you'll all copy me. If you copy me, I fuck myself over, right? So I'm happy to share sources of asymmetric advantage when it comes to value analysis, because this is what the channel is about. I'm okay with spending sharing my thoughts on strategy where I don't think it'll impact me if because, you know, for example, Guild War, I'll never face your guild. It's too big and no one cares about enough that I can share my thoughts on strategy about that, right? But when it comes to Trial of the Champions and Crystal Crown League, I have to be a bit more guarded in terms of how I share what to do, because this strategy, if everyone does what I tell them to do for new Trial of the Champions, that strategy is no longer valid, right? That's why I'm keeping that video and those tips specific to a very small number of people, as selfish as that might sound, right? Smart people will clue onto it very quickly, but if you're a retard, boy, oh boy, you're in a world of pain. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great week ahead.